something that's I find to be very interesting. And I don't know why it took me so long to do this. Um, but this is something that is kind of the start of something that would be a lot easier for people to be able to bring their IPs to life. In a sense that people who not who people who have ideas, but they're not necessarily artists. People who are creators, but they don't necessarily have the skilled hand like with the paintbrush. Like you know, your average person is not Bob Ross or Mozart or whoever you know you want them to be, but we can use these AI systems and tools to be able to replicate this, right? So one of the ideas that I had when it came to streaming on Kick, this idea that I had was to basically host a stream where I am basically playing a game that I created myself, but I'm using it to be able to create, or sorry, for chat to be able to play the game. So I don't know if you remember this one time I showed you this Twitch stream where there was no streamer, like the stream was gone or they were like sleeping or whatever, but they had Pokemon on the stream and chat was able to control the game. Like they were able to control the person moving around, and then they would get into the scenes where they would fight, and then a chat would be able to like pick what happens on the screen, and they were basically chat was playing the game collectively. So this is essentially what I am creating, which is another variation of that, but only allowing subscribers to be able to actually join in and actually play the game. So basically, what this is that chat can basically win their own prizes for them. So it's like I'm setting up a virtual arcade for people to subscribe to, and they have a month full of all kinds of games that I've created, and it'll basically cycle for every single day. I'll have a different game. Now, one of these games that I have right here is called Stream Flip. Essentially, what this game is it is a simple card game where a card will get pulled from a deck or random deck, and basically, every person in chat basically has 15 seconds to choose basically drop zone A or drop zone B. A card is gonna get pulled at the end of the 15 seconds, and then it'll say drop zone A, drop zone B, or it'll say house wins. So basically, if the house wins, nobody wins. All of the people in chat who chose drop zone A, and if the card flips for drop zone A, then they'll basically win a certain amount of coins or tokens or whichever. Now, it'll be the game will pretty much be ran for the entirety of the stream. So if I'm streaming for 6 hours, or if I'm hosting for 4 to 8 hours or whichever, then it'll be a certain amount of games. And basically, each person in chat can rack up points over the entirety of the thing, and then cash out the rewards, basically, and get certain rewards like gift cards, PlayStations, all kinds of stuff, right? And I also do giveaways at the top of each hour, $25 giveaways. These will go up to $100. Giveaways for subscribers only at the top of each hour is basically they'll get like people who subscribe pay $5, but there's a chance they can get up to $100 back. They can only get their name pulled one time each month. So basically, it's like they could pretty much win every single month if they're lucky enough. So they're basically getting paid back for subscribing to the channel. Like no other, well, other people do giveaways too, but they also get a chance to actually play inside of the games that I'm hosting, these arcade games. And I'm using GenSpark in order to do it. So basically, what I did was I put this idea inside of GenSpark, and it basically gave me all this stuff: the payout structure, cash out rules, win streaks, and how much extra bonuses people subscribers get paid for, round flows, how to work pick phase, flip phase, payout phase, overlays, all kinds of stuff, chatbots, pick A, pick B, cash out, balance, all kinds of stuff. So basically, I said, okay, cool. I want to bring this game to life using GenSpark AI. So can you give me a prompt where I can give to GenSpark AI so I can bring this game to life? So it said Genspark prompt here. So I literally took this game, this prompt, and I copied and pasted it inside of Genspark. So I copied and pasted it exactly what it gave me inside of Genspark, and this is what Genspark gave me. So you can open this up into a new window. So this will turn into essentially a window to where it's like this is a web page, right? I can refresh the page and it'll refresh the page. So this is a literal web page. So Streamflip basically pick the right drop zone, stack real cash, basically. So you will basically can put in your kick name, and then you can basically, it says the rules right here, boom, and then the chat can really play along with the entire stream, boom, and then it's just basic simple little arcade games. Pick the drop zone, boom. Like say for example, I pick drop zone B, and then it'll be a countdown, and it's basically like the whole chat can play along. And if they get it right, they'll basically get like balance over here, right? I didn't get it right, I got it wrong. Drop zone A wins, but I can play again, boom, and then say if I want to pick drop zone A this time. And then I don't know why it's going down so fast, but you can fix these, and basically, and then you can cash out here. I want to get one of these right, so you can kind of see. Let's just pick drop zone A again. Now, obviously, these can be adjusted, and these will be like updated and stuff like that, so you can have it fix it. So you see how I want it. Drop zone A wins, boom, and then it'll add 25 cents to your balance, and it'll say win streak 1. And you can come over here to the cash out option, and then it'll say your username, current balance, and then it'll ask you for your method. So it'll say cash out, Venmo, or PayPal, boom, and then you can confirm your cash out, boom. But then it'll stop you. It'll pull up a notification that says the minimum cash out amount is $5, so they can't cash out unless they make like $5, basically, at least $5 on this. So they have to basically sit on the stream with me and farm all day. But this keeps your retention, like your concurrent floating viewers, it keeps it high, right? It makes people want to subscribe. It makes people want to like stay on your stream. It makes people want to like basically engage with it and be like a floating viewer. And basically they win rewards, and they can basically make money essentially by sitting in your chat all day. Yeah. So also the hourly giveaway doesn't apply. So like basically the person has to be in chat. So if they're not there in chat, then they don't get it, right? They have to be in chat, right? So it's like basically incentivizing people to actually be there on the streams, because I'm like, okay, if I just started the stream, I can say I just started the stream. The first hour starting, I'm doing the first hour giveaway to people who are in stream, like, you know what I mean? So it's easy to keep viewer retention high, with stuff like this, and then setting up a structure or a system to where chat can actually benefit. They don't have to necessarily get paid, but there's more giveaways and things that I can do. And every game, I'll switch out the game every single hour. So I'll come up with stuff like this. And again, that little thing is like it's adjustable as well. So say for example, if I wanted to say, you can literally add anything to it. You can, it's fully functional, but you can update, make adjustments to it, gameplay mechanics, visual designs. So if I say for example I wanted to make it pirate themed, right? It'll literally flip the game entirely to turn it into like a pirate themed um same thing, but it's like pirate themed, right? So basically I could say, and then boom, or to show the rules right there, but it's basically the same thing, but they'll turn it into a pirate theme, call it treasure flip, right? So I could say choose the right side treasure, start board chest, or whichever, right? Like you can make board games and stuff like that, like working board games, you know. Boom, okay, boom, I didn't win anything, just move on to the next one. But you can run this game for an hour, run another Genspark game for an hour, run another Genspark game for an hour. People, you can't really see that I'm running a web page. They can't really see it because how I'm recording this video, it's like OBS. You can cut off parts of the screen, right? And have certain parts of the screen cut off to where you can't see the bottom of my dashboard and you can't see like the top of like the web page or anything. All you can see is the middle contents of what's actually inside of the screen on the web page. So people won't be able to tell like what kind of game I'm playing. I'm just basically showing them and then flipping each hour and allowing chat to basically stack up their coins for each game throughout the entire stream time, and then they can win prizes at the end. Just make it like a literal like Dave and Buster's, or what's it called? What's the other um, any like arcade style whatever, but live stream, right? Hosting a live stream in the form of an arcade, like a new version or like a new aged variation of an arcade where people can just come to the stream when the stream's open, like when the arcade's open. People can just come in and then pay $5 and then have like the whole month to access to just basically play the stream games that the stream offers. And then they can stack up their coins, they can win free prizes, or they can use their the the um, the currency that they win from these, right? Like I just won this one right here, right? So you can use the currency from the games that you win. Just basically like little spin games. You can't lose any money. Like you can't lose any money from any of these, right? But you can only win. So basically, then you can cash out your treasure down here. Same thing, and I can add Bitcoin as a payment method here. I can tell GenSpark to update the payment method and add certain things, remove certain things, and then just use these as basically games. So like here it's like, oh, Kraken Rise is like the house wins, right? That's kind of how it is. So like nobody wins. So just make little fun, little repeatable, playable, crackhead little games like these, and then just like do different ones at the top of each hour, and just allow for chat to basically pave their own adventure path and craft their own little way for them to make money. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's fun for them. Like, it increases high engagement and actually makes people want to be in the stream, and then they can win their little prizes, and then basically they can come back the next day and do the same thing, like to where majority of the people who are going to be watching your stream are like 15, 13 year olds anyways, to where they can win like cool little streamer gear, gamer gear, whatever the case is, and then they can be happy, and then they pay $5 and they win a bunch of gifts, prizes that it's worth well over the amount that they spent, right? But I'm getting paid off the hourly, and basically all subscriber money is basically just going back into the stream. I'm getting paid hourly from the Kick Partner program and things like that. Now I do also have this one here. What I did was I actually had fed ChatGPT my, where is it at? Where is it? So the Left 4 Dead idea, the space alien idea, right? So I gave it to ChatGPT and I told it to give me a GenSpark prompt to actually bring this game to life. So what I did was I actually gave this game to ChatGPT and I had it like basically tweak it, give me some update ideas and kind of stuff like that. So it did that. And it gave me the prompt to basically give to GenSpark. So I wanted to try this and see if it'll work. So the first rendition, so I said, okay, here it is. I gave it to GenSpark, and this is what it made, right? It says Station Exodus Co-op. So this is the first variation of it, right? This is the first variation of the game. So it gave me this, which is, if I open it up here, it's like this is like basically like a broken version of the game, basically. Now, sometimes what you have to do with these AIs is it'll give you a first version and you have to update it and update it and update it and update it and keep making updates until you get a variation or a rendition that you actually like. And so this was the second one. I said, okay, I had it fix the visual graphics of it, and I had it give character models to basically each player or whatever. So this was what it gave me back, which was this one. So like this one actually looked a lot better. So now you can actually see that each person actually has, which I think this is the pilot, this is the mayor, so you can control the each person. So this is the defender right here with the gun, but I don't know how to shoot the gun. So basically, you gotta essentially, and you lose health. It's laggy a little bit because I'm recording the video, but it's a lot faster than this. But the mayor is here, and if you walk outside of it, then people will lose like HP basically. So this is one variation. This is the second variation of the game, but I can continue to update the game as well. And as you can see on the side, it has the controls, mission status, and things like that. Wave one scraps and things like that. Distance that you got to get to, survivor count, mission briefing, stay with the mayor's oxygen field, collect scraps for upgrade, collect for each class has unique abilities, coordinate, survive waves, progress right through station. Now, obviously, one of the things that GenSpark wanted to do before it made the game was that it actually wanted to go into the details of how it actually would make the back end. I just told it to just make the front end and just actually make the game. Like, don't worry about any of the stuff. But what it wanted to do, it wanted to create the entire storyboard. So first, what GenSpark wanted to do was it wanted to make the entire storyboard, and then when it made the storyboard, it would be able to actually it wanted to design each of the characters first. That's what it said. What do you want to do first? Design the characters. I think I can bring it up here. It said, what do you want to do first? Design the characters first, do the storyboard and all that kind of stuff. So I could have actually crafted the entire game and brought it to life. Kind of like this. So it said, like right here, main game scene, all four characters in action, showing the core gameplay, detailed. I could actually have it. I could have actually had it like give me like a game scene to where it's like, okay, cool. I'm gonna actually do this. The main game scene, individual character concepts. So it wanted to design each of the individual character concepts, environmental art, so where it actually can put the game together for you, the UI and the mockups and all that kind of stuff. This is what it wanted to do first, but I just said to just make the entire working game, right? So it just went ahead and just did that. Now, the more specific you are with these AIs, you can actually like make GTA 6 with these AIs. I'm not lying. Like, you can actually make real life stuff with this game. Like, the more detailed you are, the better with this stuff. So let's see, for example, if it'll have me do this. But yeah, like if you learn, so this one was there, and then you get like an upgraded or sorry, an updated version of the game, which is this one. So basically, this is it. Pretty much understands that like, okay, boom, like you see how like he's losing HP slowly. Oh, I think he's losing HP. I can't really tell, but you have to stay. I don't know how to shoot the gun, but if it shows you how to shoot the gun, basically, and do all this stuff. But anyhow, it's a working game. And it would show this. So here is what it gave me for the image. Which this is not correct, but that's okay. Because I mean you can do the art design and stuff like that, like, and of course I don't want to sit here and say like, okay, this stuff is like um there's still work to be done. AI still has a long way to go, but this is very cool to be able to bring smaller concepts and game designs to life. um Smaller things like the card game, smaller things like smaller concepts, like Enter the Gungeon, or games like that, you can literally just make yourself inside of here. So this is really cool. There's a million other different things that this stuff can do as well. So it's just interesting because you know I can actually host certain things by using AI, which is cool. Self-hosting.